Hello everyone and welcome back to Abstract Medicine. I do hope you're all doing well. We're going to be having a look at the messages for you today. I don't really know what we're going to be looking at, but we will see by the cards that come through from Spirit what our main focus will be. So, let's have a look, shall we? Thank you, angels, ancestors, guides. Let's have a look at the messages for the collective today. What is it that they need to know? So we have the Ten of Swords here. It looks like you're trying to release something. There's been a definitive ending in a situation. This could also be you recovering from an illness or a sickness, or maybe I'm hearing fractured or broken bones. This could also be a chapter in your life where you're done playing small and you're done with people taking advantage of you. You may have been cheated on for some of you, and this is not news to you, so this should not be a trigger warning for you all. However, take it as it resonates. This is a general reading, not a private session. If you'd like a private reading, you can go ahead to my website and book with me directly so we can go into more depth with your situation. Yes, exactly. We have the World card, so definitely you have ended a chapter in your life that was I'm hearing some of you could have been quite traumatic, but necessary. There's been a necessary ending. Now with the World card, it can talk about overseas trips, overseas travel. This can also talk about good luck, luck in your favour, fortune favouring the brave, and it can also be an energy where you have the world in the palm of your hand. You have any opportunities coming in for you, collective. It's really interesting as I'm reading for you because the birds are really loud, so I'm going to hopefully leave that in the sound editing so you can hear them chirp away. And they've actually just paused now. It's so funny. So that I'm looking at the timer there and it was 2:22. So I see that you are in divine connection. You are with a strong connection with the divine. You are perfectly aligned. And your frequency is very high at this time. And it's not just at this time, it's because you have ended a way of being. You've entered your new era. You've entered a new epoch, a new way of existing, a new way of seeing the world, a new way of carrying yourself, your soul in your physical body around this physical world. And people are taking note of it. Now, with this card, we have Aquarius energy, Taurus, Leo, as well as I'm picking up on Aries for some of you too. So those tarot signs, those zodiac signs may also resonate for you. So you're letting go, you're leaving behind something, you're entering into a new brave arena, you're entering into a new career, I'm hearing. A new stage of life. Some of you could also be falling pregnant this year. Some of you may not necessarily realize it. I'm quite good at predicting pregnancies and births overall. So yeah, I have wonderful abstract medicine clients who have asked me about falling pregnant and when the right time is, and what gender their baby would be. So that's been 98% accurate. So very, very happy with that over the years since I launched Abstract Medicine. And so I do see that you're birthing something new. If it's not a physical being, it can be a new project. So beautiful. You've entered a last project and you're entering into a new project. I'm also seeing in my mind's eye the unicorn. The birds are cracking me up. So there's something very unique about you, collective. You're like a unicorn. You have a maverick spirit. There's something very different about you. You know, unicorns, you don't see them every day, do you? You see them once in a blue moon, but you kind of have to have the right eye or the right frequency, vibration in order to see them. And yes, your perception is changing about the world. Your perception of etheric beings I've got a wasp here. I'm going to try and see if I can pick him up. Looks like he was having a nap. Come on. There he is, look. I'll just open the window one moment. And maybe it will go outside. It's just there. As with the fly has gone and the wasp is just there waiting for the right time to leave. I think it's quite tired, so I'm just going to help it along. Come on, down you go. Right. Great. So now, sorry about that distraction. So I do see, you know, wasps and bees are, they work in a team. They work with particular frequencies, and they are very hard working. And I see that you are very hard working, but you're also very unusual. Whatever you're creating, whatever you're doing is very different from the norm. But it's almost like what I'm picking up on as well with the Leo energy and the bees and the wasps is that you're coming together with the right frequency, the right soul family, the right soul tribe, the right pack. Some of you could be lone wolves. Some of you may have felt very different. Maybe you have big hair and maybe no one in your family has big hair, you know? Or you have a very magnanimous energy, a magnanimous spirit, I'm hearing from spirit. And you have tried, and I'm hearing, believe me, I have tried. I know you have tried to fit in, but you can't fit in when you are so unique. You can't fit in when you have a big hair, a magnanimous spirit. You can try and relax your hair, you can try and straighten your hair, you can try and fit into a smaller box, you can try and lose weight, you can try and do all of those things, but effectively the spirit and the energy of you never lies. And so you will always come back to who you truly are. You will then embrace your hair. I'm picking up on people who are black by racial identity, or even people who are melanated people that are very unique and different from their norm, their group, their society, or even their family. So some of you may have very dark skin, and it's been told that you should lighten your skin, or that you should be away from the sun because it's not very beautiful, it's not very appealing. And you realize that actually that's not really what you want to be. You want to embrace every single part of you that makes you you. And this is beautiful because what it means is, and how I'm channeling, is that you found peace within you. You found peace within you. So say, for example, you've had a bigger bum, you know, you've got a slightly more rotund derriere. You're embracing that now, and it's natural for you. And you're realizing it's actually an asset rather than a flaw. Some of you may have bigger breasts or smaller breasts, or some of you may have bigger hips or smaller hips, or whatever society has been telling you, whether you're global society, your direct society, your city, your town, or even your family, they've been telling you that you have to, you know, play small or speak more quietly. Don't be too loud. Don't be too out there. Don't be too you. You're kind of giving them a pretty much a middle finger. And I'm feeling you're entering a rebellious era, and you're taking up space. And where you are right now, metaphorically or even in your physical environment, is not big enough for your soul to inhabit, because your soul doesn't just inhabit your physical vessel, which is your body. Your soul inhabits the environment that you are in. So it feels like you're kind of about to conquer the world, collective, and this is the really beautiful channeling for you, collective. We have the Page of Pentacles. So finally we're going back to the cards after the channeling. And if this message resonates for you, please do put your comments down below. My name is Cristallina Fischetti. I'm an artist, and I, of course, do conduct mysticism, abstract medicine, I call it, through tarot, shamanic healing, which is directly with my clients, and also collective general free readings here. If these messages, whether here or in previous playlists or videos, or even in the shorts, they resonate with you, then maybe consider tipping the channel as well. It really helps and supports me and gets the message out there as well. Consider also subscribing to the channel too. So we have the Page of Coins where you're starting a new chapter. Some of you could be learning something. You're learning something about yourself, if anything. So this is something where, when I'm picking up on collective, you're not really entering your hermit era. You've done the hermit era. You've gone within. You've played small, and maybe you've had to go quiet for a bit. You've maybe had to go dark online. The World card is also a signifier of the World Wide Web, the internet, social media, social platforms. And you've learnt about yourself. You've done some self-care. You've done some self-improvements. You've been reading. You've been studying about how to become a better version of who you are. And that ultimately starts with love of you. And I feel you're getting emotional by me sharing that, and it's okay. You know, it's part of the journey to self-awakening and self-realization. And it all comes back to God. It comes back to a divine connection with you and the universe. Now, how I see God personally is not a physical being on a crown, or with a crown on a throne. It's something that we can't even define. It's something much bigger than this planet, this universe, this ecosystem, wherever it may be. It's everything and all and nothing at the same time. And so some people call it Om, the divine, the almighty, the all-seeing, God, even Allah. But I like to try to respect, of course, other people's values and creeds, but also respect language, because language can be very debilitating and limiting. So I feel like some of you have also looked at that too, like, what does God mean? Who is God to me? Where do I find God within me? Where do I find love within me? For me, love is God, and there's nothing else other than that, you know? So the deity, the divine ultimate deity that I venerate is a being, is an energy, is an essence that loves and respects others and gives us free will and respects our free will. But there are people that venerate a God that is of this planet and can be quite chastising and limiting and, you know, is the opposite of love. So we have the Five of Swords. I feel like for some of you, you've been in conflict within your own mind. So some of you may have been in conflict with your own ego and your sense of self. You may also be encountering competitive energies at this time too. Competitive energies that tell you, no, we liked you when you were playing small. We liked you before. We don't like you as you are now. You're different. You smell different. You sound different. You're behaving differently, and that's making us feel very uncomfortable. Now, I feel like most of you who are on this channel, Abstract Medicine, or even have been following the divine teachings from the universe, from God through Abstract Medicine channels, I do feel that you are very self-aware and very spiritually inclined, which means that you pick up on energies, you pick up on people's thoughts and senses and frequencies and vibes, essentially, without them saying anything. So I feel like this isn't news to you. This is confirming, if anything, what you already are sensing or have been feeling recently in your recent past. That you're sensing that people have animosity towards you, or have a barrier towards you, or have friction towards you, or about you, or because of you. And what you're doing is you're turning a mirror to them and showing them what they could be. You know, you're showing them possibility, you're showing them potential. Now we're going back to the unicorn again. Spirit is sharing with me that you are showing these people who may be feeling very competitive towards you that you can also stand out. And there's a level of bravery here that I'm picking up on as well by doing so. Now we have the Page of Cups. There are people here that feel that you are naive, very young in mind, very innocent, maybe a little bit of a daydreamer. But actually, this is coming across as someone who, which is you, quite romantic and sees the world with a glass half full rather than a glass half empty. Now, for some people that may seem like you are very idealistic, where they are nihilistic. You are someone who is more tapped, you're becoming more and more tapped into the divine spirit than you even realize yourself. And it's because you're keeping things sacred, you're seeing things as sacred, you're seeing your experiences as sacred and part of a divine law, but also you are keeping things simple. It's like you've experienced already. Now, I've picked up on this before, where some of you have been entering your chastity 6-month era to a year. Okay, so you may may be continuing your vow of chastity. So you've entered your nun, your monk, hermit stage. Okay, and within that, it means that you appreciate the simple life. You appreciate what really matters. You appreciate quality over quantity. Now we have the Empress. Now the Empress did come out in the reverse, but that's okay. So what I'm seeing here is that you're just about to make a massive shift in your life. These are two major arcanas. We have the World card and the Empress card. You will be, for a lot of you, you will be falling pregnant this year or within the year cycle. So between now, timeless reading, as always, between now, at the time of your tuning into this video, into next year, this time next year, you will most likely be mothers here. The Empress is talking about mothers. And you may have been Page of Cups and the Empress and the Page of Pentacles is also... maybe you've been experiencing conflict with your own children. You're also going to be mothering, not in a way where you're going to be smothering people, but you are coming across in your next era as someone who is mother. You know, someone who is in charge, someone who is very dominant, without pushing, without saying it. But it's the energy that you're giving. It's the energy of, you know, Rihanna, she has this like very like mother energy, you know. I have a very mother energy. And it's because you are going to understand more and more about yourself and what you will tolerate and what you won't tolerate. And it just exudes out of you. You're going to become so much more self-confident. Some of you are already self-confident, but you're going to be even more so. And people will find it very inspiring. You're going to be continuing to be more creative. Creative being that you're going to be doing things that are very maverick, very unique, very different, very outside of the box mentality. And as you're entering into this new chapter and creating a new project for some of you, I know a lot of you are creatives in your own capacity. I do see that what you're creating is something that's going to be very unique, but necessary for the collective out there that need to see it. What you're birthing next time around is necessary for world healing. So it's part of the divine blueprint as well. And here with the Four of Pentacles, you are grounding your dreams, grounding your ideology and even your whimsical ideas into something that is physical, that you're kind of holding and keeping safe at this time until it's the right time to launch. So you're becoming a bit more mysterious, collective, you're becoming a bit more secretive, and if anything, that's making you a bit more alluring as well. We have the Queen of Pentacles here. So yes, you're definitely mother energy here. You're grounding your reality, you're grounding your dream reality, your illusory reality into a physical reality, because the dream world is also a reality for many of you, many of us. So that's what I'm seeing. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. So collective, I do see that what you're leaving behind is a lot of you, you're leaving behind being single. A lot of you, you're going to be in a relationship with someone who's also carrying the energy that is very similar to you. Now, this could be an equal most likely will be an equal. For those of you who are married already, you are already in a relationship where you are the empress and they are the emperor. Masculine, feminine energies, regardless of your gender. There's a balance of the masculine energy and the feminine energy, but it starts with you. You know, I have a show currently on right now, and it's called Alchemy, and there's a painting called Love Supreme, and it's talking about conjunctio in the process of alchemy, which is about the binding of the masculine and feminine energy archetypes within you as individual first, through the alchemical process, and then, but also through Tantra, where you experience that with a physical, in the physical form, with another person, consenting, where you experience the spiritual act and physical act of divine union, physical union. So there's a devotional energy between you and your partner to be, and the devotional energy with you and your partner as is now, but entering into your new chapter. I do see that a lot of you are going to be pregnant soon, maybe unexpectedly. Some of you I know have been trying, because you've booked readings with me, and you will be successful this time around next year, or this time between the year cycle. So with the Six of Cups here, there's a level of nostalgia I'm picking up on. There's a level of nostalgia. You've been calling in your soulmate. A lot of you have been doing the ritual that I've left here on one of the playlists, Alchemy Transformation, where you are calling in your soulmate, you're cutting cords, and we did the ritual here on the YouTube channel. And if you haven't done it yet, go back to that video, and you can do it at your own time. So you're playing music, you're writing or journaling, and you're calling in your soulmate, and your soulmate has heard a call and they're on their way, Spirit says. You've been feeling them in the dream space. There's something really beautiful about the energy that I'm picking up on, and maybe it's also the cards too, where there's this like direct line between your dream world, your creative world, and the physical world. So you're essentially creating heaven on earth, like the Lord's Prayer. You know, you're creating heaven on earth. You're creating this dream world from you're creating from the dream world into the physical world, which will be your dream world that you will experience. So whatever you've been wanting to manifest, you're creating it in the physical world. And in half an hour, I'm going to be conducting Sketchbook Club. So I'm very excited about that, as always. And, you know, Sketchbook Club is the last Sunday of each month. And it's lovely because we come together and we create with a theme in mind, where we are manifesting what it is that we're wanting to manifest. So it's beautiful. I love it. Last month, we looked at our inner landscape, and yeah, it was a really beautiful session. Yeah, we have the Hierophant here. So we have this message again. So there is a divine union taking place from the dream world, from heaven onto this earth. And I do see, I want to pull another card just to keep it balanced. Look, we have the Hierophant again. You see that? We have two Hierophant cards which speak about marriage, a divine union, a commitment, a nurturing of souls. With the King of Cups here, this is someone who matches your whimsical, dreamy, emotional energy, who's not afraid to be sentimental themselves, who is a real lover, not a fighter, but is a fighter for what they believe is true, whether it's free speech, whether it's honouring the feminine on this planet, whether it's protecting you. This is someone who is a protector, a provider, someone who is a lover, someone who is an equal, and someone who gives you space for you to shine your own light without smothering it, you know. And I do see that this is equally very nourishing energy, like you are nourishing to the world and the planet, and also to your direct family, kith and kin. This is someone who matches your energy, but they are more someone who's going to be nourishing you. I'm picking up on a Cancer energy, Pisces, or even Scorpio, particularly in their chart, which is going to be very nourishing in the domestic realm and the domestic space for you, because I'm picking up on you that you have this very magnanimous energy, which I said earlier, where I feel like you will be becoming famous. So you'll be very well known, you'll be very well sought after, and so that energy gets repleted very quickly, doesn't it? So you'll nourish yourself at home, you'll nourish yourself in your dream home environment, in your dream world that you have created. And it's so important to have that grounded energy with your partner, and of course within yourself first, but it's because you've worked within yourself and with God to find stability within you that energy naturally is matched and is vibrating towards you. Okay, but you've also done steps where you've called in the soulmate to arrive, and the soulmate, as I said, has heard the call. So I do see a marriage here. I see between now and next year, a lot of you will be betrothed. I see that there's a public company that you'll be launching as well online. I think that if you are in a relationship right now, you're going to become more official about your relationship online. But there's something about a business that I'm picking up on, collective, where you are, it's like your brand, your persona is becoming your brand, but there's a lovely detached energy about your personal life that the world out there is not privy to. And I think that's a beautiful match, a beautiful balance. It's actually something that I am working more and more towards, as you're probably aware of. But I see that, you know, your private life is private, is sacred. Everything that you do, everything that you create, everything that you be, everything that you are is sacred. I also just heard Sagrada Familia. So, you know, that's obviously the cathedral in Barcelona. But it's also like La Sagrada Familia is the sacred family, the divine family, the Trinity, right? So this is something about you creating a holy Trinity on earth. We have the Three of Pentacles, again, another card for me about marriage, but it's also a card of teamwork, about bringing together your soul tribe as well. There's going to be some help, I'm hearing home improvements, as well as some creative improvements. Again, for those of you who are creatives, you're going to be working with a team, a dream team, and you're going to be making your project or your business, your brand, more official. There's something about your brand which is going to become more official, like more professional, more refined. And people are taking note, and it's not just anyone, it's the whole world. What you're entering into now, collective, is, for those of you who resonate with this energy, not all of you will, you have also heard the call to birth this new project into the world that is going to be healing for this planet, healing for the world, benefit the world, but it also means that you'll become a more public facing person. Okay, so I feel like you have already done everything it has taken in order to gear up to that energy. I'm feeling your energy is very solid. You're not all over the place. And you're ready. I'm hearing you're ready. Okay? And we have the King of Wands, and that's when the King of Wands shows up. So this is someone who, they themselves may have a restless spirit, while you have a very balanced Queen of Pentacles spirit, very composed, you're very elegant, very demure, but underneath that there is a rumbling, like an earthquake of rebellion. So within all of that, you know, when you're someone who's public facing, you are doing something that is against the grain. You're doing something that has taken you courage in order to get out of your own comfort zone. You're doing something with a middle finger to your own direct family, friends, society, to say, no, I am going to do it. And if anything, they had to say and had to play their own part so that you could actually see that it was also part of the divine plan. They had to be on your path so that you could thank them energetically, so that you could take up the mantle. Because, you know, not all people are ready for fame. Not all people are ready for being public facing. Many people can become famous, but for the wrong reasons, you know? And many people want to become famous for the wrong reasons. To be loved, to be appreciated, to be adored like an icon. But what I'm getting from you, collective, is that's not the energy. It's more about what your gift is, the message, and you are the messenger. I will say that again. The gift is the message and you are the messenger. Now, right now, you're balancing one project into another project. And so I do see that you may be juggling right now. And I understand you're juggling two ideas, two ways of being, as you transition into this new stage of life, which is going to be a newer version of you, which is going to be stronger, more bold, even more courageous, and someone who is going to be seen as a natural leader. You know, the lion isn't just a kitty cat. The lion is no longer a cub. The lion and the lioness is very fierce and very intimidating. It's not trying to be a zebra. It's not trying to be a camel. It is what it is. And so, interestingly, when I did this collective reading with the zodiac signs with Cesar on my Instagram account and on his Instagram account, so have a look there on my Reels section on Instagram, we spoke about the Aries energy being so fiery, and how all these placements of Aries and Mercury, Uranus, Mars, I can't remember as well, just so many planets that Aries had decided to be part of as of last Friday at the time of this reading. Don't worry if you're tuning in next year. Is that it's unapologetically itself. Because Aries is a natural leader. Aries is the I am, I will, you know. So Aries is the emperor. So I see a lot of you are moving into whatever stage you're in. Just see it like this. If you're single, you're going to be in a relationship. If you have been working in an isolated state as a soul trader, as a soul worker, as someone who has been, you know, working on your own for your own company, you're going to have the right team in order to expand your business. For those of you who are in a relationship, you're going to get married. For those of you who are in a relationship and you've been trying for a baby, you're going to have that baby. For those of you who have been working hard on your projects and your endeavours, this project and this endeavour is going to be more public facing, and it's going to have a limited, you know, company name. It's going to be more of an official governmental business. For those of you who are content creators or creatives, you're going to become more of a personality, more of a persona, where you're going to become more of a household name. You're going to be more official, you know, more refined. And for those of you who are entering into a relationship, you're going to be more public. And I see that being more official, but it's also the energy of a divine match coming together as a power couple. So I do see that your dog days are over with the 5 of coins. The worst is over, collective. The worst is over. And I see 3-3 on the timer. You know, you've mastered something, you've taught something, you've mastered something, and you're gaining mastery in something. The Page of Cups. Something of good luck is coming in. You're going to be receiving good news, surprise message, maybe some of you an apology that may be coming in too late. And you don't need the apology anymore, is what I'm saying. And we have the High Priestess, which is telling me again that you already know. You already know. You already know that this is all coming. You know, when the High Priestess comes in, as I always say, it's very rare. It's very rare that she comes in because she doesn't like to be seen, doesn't like to be known. Your mysterious energy, your secretiveness, your whole you're very magnetic, and your mysticism, your secrets, whatever you're holding dear, your keepsake, is very powerful and very attractive. And you're letting go of fears. You know, some of you may try to sabotage your presence in this world, being seen. And I understand that, because I've done that myself. I really have done that myself. But don't worry, because in order to be seen, already you've taken the courageous act in order to be seen. And you will not be liked by all people. And you already know that. You already know that you have the backbone, you have integrity, you have solidified who you are. And so you're not trying to convince people of who you are. You already are. Okay? We have the Moon card. The King of Pentacles. Again, a match with the Queen of Pentacles. The Eight of Cups. The Knight of Wands. You're letting go of fears. You're letting go of fears. You're letting go of things that are deceptive, things that have deluded you, things that have people that have emotionally blackmailed you, collective. You're moving forward, you're full steam ahead, and you don't care if you're going to fall on your backside. You're going ahead. And I'm, you know, just now I heard a ring with the bowl here. You are going to be getting a knock at your door, or you're going to be receiving a message that you don't expect, that you will favour. And I feel like it's good news. You're walking away from a previous relationship that did you harm. You're walking away from this energy of someone who emotionally blackmailed you, or even gaslit you. And you're a newer version of who you are, which you've always been. You just had to reveal it. The Temperance card. You've understood alchemy. You've understood how to heal, how to transmute pain into power, into medicine. You're clearer of mind, clearer of thought, and clearer of voice, collective. A new opportunity is coming in for you. And you don't care if it's going to cause conflict with other people, because you're going ahead anyway. You're no longer playing small, collective. There's something very soon that you will be celebrating with your sisters, your friends, and I see that it's going to make you very happy. Brighter days are coming in. You're already feeling it. You're feeling it on your skin. At the time of this reading, it's springtime. And any money restrictions that you may have had, that's going to be released. The floodgates of money, the floodgates of currency are going to be coming in for you in your favour. Money is coming in here. This is a divine wish that's going to be granted. And your dog days are over. Carrying heavy loads, carrying deceptive energies in your heart, and feeling brokenhearted and being betrayed is over. You let go of someone who was very abrasive. King of Swords here. Someone who's very abrasive, someone who's very cold, someone who may have been very emotionally distant, someone who may have been bored, someone who may have been in your life because, you know, there was boredom energy, but you're more, and someone who may have been non-appreciative of who you are. And so therefore you've mirrored that energy back to them. You were also cold. You were also maybe abrasive. You also said no and you held your boundaries, and they don't like that. But it's okay, because you keep moving on no matter what, no matter how long it takes. You will get to your destination. And if anything, you've already arrived energetically at your destination. It's about physically experiencing the joy and the balance and the equal matched energy that you so deserve from spirit, whatever it may be. Peace of mind, joining of two people, a child, a new project, a new chapter, being seen by a massive, the whole world. I mean, you know, let's take that into account for a second. Being a household name for a lot of you is a dream come true. And you have thought it wasn't possible. It is possible. It is. So you better believe it. You better believe it, collective. get an animal oracle card. Why not? Animal oracle card for the collective, please. Oh my gosh. Doesn't this look like a unicorn? It's a horse. I'm taking one because otherwise it's too many. Passion. The horse. I did say unicorn, but I'm treating it as such. You get a glimpse of the true essence of freedom in your life with the horse spirit at your side. You are strong and can carry on over the roughest roads and toughest obstacles. You have the drive, passion and energy not to give up. Creativity, hair. And we have the owl here. So I'm picking up on Sagittarius as well as Venus, Taurus and Libra here. Hair represents illumination, intuition, promise and balance. Strongly feminine in energy, very fertile. She will come into your life when you need to look within and figure things out. Time to calm down and take a moment if you are struggling creatively. Hair can help the energy to flow once again. We've got two H's here as well. So HH could be significant. The owl, wisdom, and I'm hearing Athena and Aphrodite. So your beauty is also enhancing. You're very magnetic as well. So indulge in these very sensual energies during this Taurus season as well. Happy birthday, my Taurus friends. It's time to face the shadows. The owl belongs to those who find wisdom in silence. So you've already done this, collective. I'm going to put this here. You've already faced the shadows. You've been in silence. You've been in wisdom, like hermit mode. Follow this totem bird to reach your higher self. And this is the animal that you were seeing a lot during your hermit stage. And see things from a spiritual perspective. If there are skeletons hiding in your closet, you can count on Owl to help you address them. We have the moon, which we had earlier. We have a little cocktail, that's so cute, cocktail drink. So you're having a bit more of a pleasurable experience moving forward. I do see that you are more connected to the divine. You're letting go of something. You're letting go of an attachment or something that was very toxic. We have the crown here, beautiful energy. You are becoming more refined, which means you're becoming more regal. When you become more regal, you don't explain and don't complain. And maybe you do need to be cold to some people, you know, who don't deserve your warmth, collective. So you're giving off different energies to the right people and the wrong people, you know. You're being more selective, if anything. And then let's get one card from the Sybil. We have la consultante, la consulante, the consultant, die Ratuschendin. I don't speak German, so apologies. So a lot of you have booked readings with me because this is la dame pour laquelle on fait les cartes. So this is, you are my client here. So a lot of you've booked readings about love, about waiting for the right person to show up, to turn up in your life. You've been waiting or wanting your own soul family, you know, sisterhood with the Three of Cups. You've been wanting to celebrate, to come together. Maybe you've been betrayed within a female friendship group. I do see that you are letting go of pain. You've been letting go of mourning. We have you here with a handkerchief. You're letting go of an enemy. You're letting go of an enemy here, collective. This enemy has been revealed to you. This is someone who was very competitive with you or telling you to be small, to play small. But now you are the victor with the Six of Wands here, with the vitrine. You're the victor. So for those of you who you used to be waiting and you used to be very much in the energy of pick me, you're no longer a pick me person. You're no longer a pick me, I'm waiting. No, you're taking the world by the horns. You're taking the bull by the horns, which is the world card with the bull there. So I do see that you took a courageous act towards something where you're waiting for something to change and you created that change. You created your own fate and destiny. Yes, we had you crying a lot, mourning something, people taking from you, ladro. You're going to be gaining a lot of money here soon. Be careful if you're around people still who try to copy you or try to be around you in your friendship groups. There is a frenemy here, so be alert to that. They may try to copy or take what is yours, but what is yours will always find you, collective, and you are the genuine article. So even if they try to copy you, whatever they do will not have the same essence. It will not be you. It will be a copy without soul, I'm hearing. So expect a visit. Expect someone to visit you, send you a message, an email, an apology. Expect good news, if anything. This is not your ex. This is something new. This is an energy of a new energy. Expect the unexpected, I'm hearing. Expect an equal match. Expect a new project really flying high here. Expect to be seen. Expect worldwide recognition. You know, expect all of these beautiful things. And so with that being said, I'm going to leave it here and get on with Sketchbook Club in a few moments. And I'm wishing you so much love, peace and abundance, and make sure to comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and maybe consider also booking Sketchbook Club as well at the last Sunday of the month, and any other bookings or tips as well are welcome. Thank you so much. God bless. Take care. Bye for now.